All right, welcome. Today we are diving deep into something pretty incredible: how to build a six-figure AI powered faceless YouTube channel. Yeah, you heard that right. We're going to break down the exact tools, the exact strategies that people are using right now to build these little digital empires, all without ever showing their face on camera. So let's get into it.
Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. This isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. It's what's happening right now. Thousands of people are doing this. You know all those old rules about spending endless hours filming and editing? AI is just tearing them up. And what that means is there's this huge, wide-open opportunity for anyone who's ready to jump in and learn how it works.
So let's be super clear. What is a faceless YouTube channel? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. The creator, you, never has to appear on camera, ever. Instead of relying on a personality, these channels are all about delivering amazing, valuable content, using things like stock footage, stunning AI-generated visuals, and a really clean voiceover. The focus is 100% on the content, not the creator. And this right here is the game changer. Just look at the time difference. A traditional YouTuber, they're easily spending a full workday, maybe 8, 10, even 12 hours on one video. But with the AI method we're going to walk through, you can get that down to under 2 hours. That's not just a little better. It's a complete revolution in how you create content. So, the big question is, how is that even possible? Well, it all comes down to having the right toolkit. Let's open up the toolbox and look at the essential AI gear that makes this whole thing tick, stage by stage. Okay, first things first, research and planning. Every great video needs a great idea, right? So you've got tools like ChatGPT or Claude, which are basically your personal AI research assistants. They can help you brainstorm ideas, outline videos, even write the entire script for you. Then you've got vidIQ or TubeBuddy. These are your secret weapons for understanding the YouTube algorithm. They help you find those golden topics, the ones tons of people are searching for, but not many people are making videos about. That's how you get found. All right, once you've got your script, this is where the magic really starts to happen. For your voiceover, forget spending hours in a recording booth. A tool like 11 Labs can generate an incredibly realistic human-sounding voiceover in, like, seconds. Need music? Something like Music GPT will whip up a completely original track for you. And then for the video itself, services like Pictory or InVideo can take your script and automatically build a video around it, pulling in relevant stock footage. It's just wild how automated this has become. Now, if you really want to level up and make your content stand out, you can get into some advanced visuals. Instead of just using stock footage, imagine creating completely unique images with Leonardo AI or Midjourney. Or even crazier, using a tool like Sora to generate high-quality video clips just by typing in a description. And for editing, you don't need to be a pro. Free tools like CapCut have AI features that'll add captions for you automatically. And get this, Descript lets you edit your audio just by deleting words from a text transcript. It's editing for the rest of us. Okay, I know that was a lot of tools. It can feel a bit overwhelming. So how does this all fit together in the real world? Let's make it super practical. We're going to walk through a lightning-fast workflow to create a YouTube short from start to finish. Okay, step 1. We use vidIQ and find a great topic, something like Pomodoro technique. High search, low competition, perfect. Step 2. We pop over to ChatGPT and say, give me a 60-second script with a great hook. Done. Step 3. Copy that script, paste it into 11 Labs, and download the audio. Step 4. We open up CapCut, drop in our voiceover, and start layering some good stock footage or AI visuals over it. Step 5, in CapCut, one click for auto captions, maybe add a simple transition or two. And finally, step 6, we use Canva's AI Magic Design to generate a bunch of awesome click-worthy thumbnails. All we have to do is pick the best one. And the total time for all of that, from zero to a finished, ready-to-upload video, about 12 minutes. Seriously, 12 minutes. That is the raw power of an AI workflow. It takes what used to be hours and hours of grinding work and crushes it down into minutes. This lets you create content at a scale that it was impossible before. Look, making one video in 12 minutes is amazing, but what if you could put the whole thing on autopilot? Now we're talking about taking this from just making one video to building a completely self-running content machine. But that's the key question, isn't it? Jumping from one tool to the next is fast, for sure, but it's not fully automated. So how do you get all these different apps to actually talk to each other, to work together like a well-oiled machine without you even touching it? Well, the answer is a tool called Zapier. The best way to think about Zapier is like it's the glue that holds the internet together. It lets you connect all these different apps, we're talking thousands of them, and create these automated workflows called zaps. And they just run in the background 24/7 without you doing a thing. This is how you scale. So here's what an automated content pipeline could look like. First, you set up a trigger. Let's say a new trending article pops up in your niche. Zapier sees that. It automatically grabs the topic and sends it over to ChatGPT to generate a script. Once the script's done, it zaps it over to 11 Labs to create the voiceover. And finally, it sends the script and the audio to Pictory to assemble the finished video. The whole thing happens while you're sleeping. It's incredible.
And hey, don't think this is just for little YouTube shorts. You can use these exact same principles to create long-form videos, 15 minutes or more. And that's really where the magic is for building a loyal subscriber base. And let's be honest, generating way more ad revenue.
Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory. But is anybody really doing this? Is it actually working? You bet. Let's look at a couple of real-world examples of people who are absolutely crushing it with this exact strategy. Let's just start with a number, shall we? How does $700,000 a year sound? And we're not talking about some big media company with a huge staff. We're talking about one person using these AI tools. This is Adavia Davis. He's 22, a college dropout, and he runs 5 of these faceless channels. One of his biggest is called Boring History, and it just pumps out these long, AI-narrated documentaries that get massive views. It just goes to show you, people really just want good, interesting content. All right, here's another one for ya. Over 2 million subscribers. I mean, come on. That proves you can build a gigantic, loyal audience without ever putting your face on camera.
That's the channel Aperture. They do these deep dives into science and philosophy. And how did they build that massive following? By focusing on one thing and one thing only, delivering amazing information, all using AI scripts, stock footage, and AI voiceovers.
So what's the common thread here? What do all these successful channels do? It really comes down to 4 key things. 1, they are consistent, and they use automation to make that happen. 2, they always focus on giving real value. The AI is just a tool to deliver that value. 3, a human is always checking for quality. You can't just set it and forget it completely. And 4, they take the money they make and put it right back into better tools, so they can get even better and grow even faster. So what would this actually look like if you started today? Here's a quick roadmap. In your first week, you just build the foundation. Pick a niche, get your tools set up, make one test video. That's it. For the rest of the first month, you focus on building this system. Get your Zapier automations running, create some templates, and get into a groove of making 2 or 3 videos a week. Then, from month 2 on, it's all about scaling up. You apply for monetization, you look at your analytics to see what's working, and maybe, just maybe, you launch that second channel. And you have to remember this. Every single person who is making millions with these channels, they all started exactly where you are right now, at 0. They just had an idea and they started. The tech is there to do all the heavy lifting for you, but the one thing it can't do is start. That part's on you. Look, this AI revolution in content creation, it's happening. It's not a question of if, it's already here. So really, the only question left to ask is the one on the screen. Are you going to be someone who builds wealth with this? Or are you going to be someone who just watches other people succeed? The tools are ready. The opportunity is right now.